Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. When it comes to the falling value of the U.S. dollar, should we be worried? Well, joining us to explain more is the president of Wilsey Asset Management, Brent Wilsey. Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So tell me a little bit, because the value of the dollar has moved slightly, right?
Well, it actually has. And some people are getting concerned like, oh my gosh, now the dollar is falling and how terrible this is and so forth. So today I want to let people know how it's going to affect their mutual funds, how it's going to affect their 401ks. Very important how the dollar does move up and down, how it affects people. First off, let's talk about year to date. It's really only down about 7%. Now that may sound like a fair amount, but let's keep in mind 2002, 2008 down 25%. 85 to 92, it was down like 36%, and 71 to 78 down 31%. So putting in perspective, a 7% decline is not that bad. And I want people to reflect back on the coronavirus when it started. The dollar got very strong. It still shows the strength of the U.S. dollar. It is still the major currency of the world, so that is a positive. And even the foreseeable future, looking at what's going to happen with the dollar, here talking like, oh, it's going to collapse and Bitcoin's going to take over and so forth. That is not true. That's been displayed with the fact of the dollar being strong during the coronavirus. Now, the other thing, too, is that a weak dollar can actually help our economy, because what that does is a weak dollar will make our products less expensive for the world to buy, and it makes our products to buy from the world more expensive. So we will tend to go to the U.S. made products and shy away from foreign products because they raise in value. So a weak dollar can be a positive for people, but it would be when the dollar rises, foreign securities, including stocks and bonds, actually lose value and the dollar will fall. Foreign securities rise. So it gets kind of mixed up, and that's why sometimes you don't have that diversification of foreign securities in your portfolio.
Well, that's really interesting. That's almost counterintuitive, but obviously, we've been talking about the time to invest. Now has obviously been a good time to invest for those who can. I'm sure you're continuing to see that trend, and will continue to do so through the end of the year.
Oh, really? And not just the end of the year. I always try people to look a little bit longer. Look at what's going to happen in 2021. We're now looking at October this week. Look at 2021, where you'll be in that year, because I'm pretty confident things will be a lot different. I think we'll see probably a vaccine come out for the virus. We will see people probably going back to ball games, to concerts. We will have a turnaround. The election will be behind us. So when you're investing now, think about where you'll be December 31st of 2021 and invest wisely. And I'm not talking about those high-value companies. I'm talking about good rebound companies for the economy, such as food stocks, insurance stocks, ones that will benefit from we'll call it return back to normal.
Yeah, I would imagine that those are definitely ones that people are keeping an eye on right now. And you did mention the election, only 37 days. So people tend to invest right after the election, wouldn't you say?
They tend to do that. They say, oh, I'm going to get out and wait till I see how things happen. That is a big mistake that people make. They're acting with their emotions. You should not do that. The election probably will have some volatility. But again, focus on you're investing for a longer time frame. Look at beyond the election and don't make the foolish mistake of saying, oh, I'm going to pull out because Trump's going to get reelected or Biden's going to be reelected. Don't worry about that. Look at the U.S. economy. Look at the investments you're doing. They will weather the storm if you buy the right businesses at the right price. So don't let the election get you off your long-term track.
All right, Brent Wilsey, some great information for those looking to invest. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Time Magazine has released its list of most influential people. We'll take a look at some of the names that made the cut coming up. Plus, one Virginia veteran was met with a beautiful surprise from his local sheriff's department. Details on the good deed when Good Morning San Diego returns.